I'm joined by Gerry Dougan, who's the e-college lead specialist at Scotland's colleges. Gerry's just come out of a session at the Scottish Convention covering MIS issues. Gerry, I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about your role as e-college lead specialist at Scotland's colleges.
I suppose the role mainly is working with practitioners, both in the academic areas and business areas of colleges. The e-college title kind of refers to technology itself, and in the relationship to MIS staff is working mainly with their community of practice. As an organisation, we are very strong for communities of practice for the business areas. We refer to them in subject networks, we refer to them for the curricular areas. So in all, we probably have somewhere in the region of 23, 24 of these communities. We look upon them as being a significant way of practitioners getting together to exchange good practice, consider strategies for the future and how they will address a very much a changing world that they have, and particularly I have to say that the MIS is a very, very active community, as they do have many challenges, both internally in colleges in supplying data and information to internal customers, but also in that more frequent exchange of data across organisations, and that's becoming very significant for them.
As part of your presentation, you looked at some of the issues that were being faced by MIS. We talked about systems integration, access for learners, and also there was a link into Peter Malcolm's talk on information into intelligence. I wonder if you could expand on that area.
I suppose all of this really stems from the fact that management information is integral to any organisation. By the nature of it being public sector, of course, that information is also integral to other organisations' function. So you have an increasing challenge, although it's mainly a technical challenge, in communicating efficiently and effectively with other systems in other organisations. More a technical challenge, I think, rather than a challenge of getting the data, but that's actually there. In terms of the information itself, I think Peter really did emphasise the one of the value of the information, but the value of that information really is manifest in the decisions that are made as a consequence of access to the information. There's different challenges there. There's the presentation of the information in a format that is suitable for whoever happens to be using it, and I would suggest that sometimes perhaps more graphical formats that also allow you to interact with that graphical format could be useful for some people that are less comfortable with just numbers and spreadsheets. The decision-making process that's associated with the information is also a large staff development issue as well. Staff in colleges are finding themselves presented with a range of information with greater frequency, and there may be a variety of responses and how that's dealt with. So there's a professional development issue perhaps a professional development issue for staff in colleges in how this information is actually used. And that applies in all areas: academic, human resources, finance, management, senior management. The list is endless for these poor MIS managers.